18, and the 76ers redefining what stank really smells like at 1-26. All right, so there's your NBA catch-up quickie. We're just about out of show, only one or two quick more topics. So that means that we are down to our final quickie topic of the show, and then we will move on to our always show-ending balls deep thought of the day. Now, for our final quickie topic tonight, we find ourselves in the wide world of soccer. That is right, el fútbol, the world's most popular sport. And this week's soccer news brings us to United States women's soccer, where last night, United States women's soccer superstar Ali Wambach played in her final international game of her career. She's looking to hang them up, and last night, I don't know what I don't know what the score was. I don't know if she got a goal. I don't even know what the event was or who we were playing. Nobody seemed to care about that on ESPN or anything else. They just cared about letting you know that this was going on. As far as this person was playing in their last event of a certain kind, and they're one of the best ever. When I say one of the best, that's hard to debate. When they were showing all the numbers for Ali Wambach, she is incredible. Her international soccer career is, if you base it off of numbers, unbiased off of numbers, she is without question the greatest international soccer player, male or female, of all time. Her total international goals of, I want to say, 184 surpasses the combined totals of Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Pele, the great Pele, the most infamous name in the soccer world. You take all those three guys combined, their international goals that they scored in their careers, they still don't have as many as one Ali Wambach scored in her career. So thank you to Ali Wambach for helping put United States women's soccer on the map, for drawing attention to women's sports for all the right reasons, for your hard work and dedication to excellence at your craft, and always being a class act, and treating your sport and fans and just everything that you got going on with the greatest deal of respect. You are one of the greatest professional female athletes in the history of United States sports, and I hope you enjoy your retirement and look forward. Well, I won't be checking it out, but I'm sure she'll be getting a commentary job for ESPN, or Fox Sports, or NBC Sports, whoever the heck covers soccer and offers her a job with the biggest check. That's probably what she'll be doing, and I bet she'll be really, really good at it, because anytime I've ever seen her in interviews, whether they be personal interviews or pregame and postgame talking stuff, she is very charismatic and well-spoken, and knows her stuff, extremely super knowledgeable. She's good because she's super smart and she works super hard. Those two things, when you put those ingredients together, they rarely fail. But so happy trails, Abby Wambach, and proud of you. All right. Moving on to our final topic of the show, which, as you know, here every week we call Balls Deep Thought of the Day, where we try to, get as profound and out there on something wild and crazy and just leave it at that until next time. So what have we got for our Balls Deep Thought of the Day topic this week? Well, if you were listening at the show and paying attention, and you're still listening, first off, thank you. God bless your heart. Wow, just wow. But by process of simple elimination, then you would know what our Balls Deep Thought of the Day topic is. It is the hit king, Charlie freaking Hustle, the man, the myth, the legend, Pete Rose, finds himself back in the sports news earlier this week as he was challenging his ban from baseball, and a decision was reached on that earlier in the week. Not sure if it's an internal. I would assume he'd have to be, that the Major League Baseball as an entity and an organization is the only, is who's hearing that and who makes that decision. And he has challenged it once before, back in the 90s. However, much to the same effect as the first time, the ban ultimately was upheld. I did catch some of Charlie Hustle, the Hit King's comments and thoughts after the decision had been handed down, and he spoke on it. And I completely agree with the guy 100%. It has been long enough. He has paid his dues for anything that he did while not playing the game of baseball. For a clean player, a guy who did it with no steroids whatsoever, was the greatest hitter in the history of your sport, and you won't allow anybody to remember him and for him to have his rightful place in history. You can't just tell people that history didn't happen, okay? They know it happened. Just because you don't like some of the details about who was involved does not change the fact that history happened with the people it did, the way it did. And so it always bothers me. I feel like my intelligence is being insulted when things like this happen. And granted, what Pete Rose did while gambling on baseball was completely against the rules and completely warranted a severe punishment from baseball should they choose to do that. A lifetime ban is so extreme and ridiculous. Now, were he just one of, the many all-time greats, it would not be as big of a deal. But this guy isn't just one of the many all-time greats. He is the greatest hitter in the history of baseball. And last I checked, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but last I checked, hitting a baseball is a pretty imperative part to being successful in that sport, to winning games or not winning games. I don't know. Again, somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. But to have this just childish, immature attitude that Major League Baseball has of, no, we're never speaking to you ever again. You're kicked out forever. Seriously, be adults, okay, and arrive on a number that has a reasonable, logical foundation for its choice, okay, whether it's 30 years or 50 years or whatever. Determine a number of years that is the appropriate punishment for his actions, and then let that time be served, okay? This whole stupid, what you did was so bad, you're banned for life. You have a life sentence. Equate that to then other, areas of life in the world where people get punished in sentences of years and things of that nature. When someone gets sentenced to life in prison, they did like the most heinous thing you can imagine. What Pete Rose did is not even remotely the most heinous thing you can imagine. It arguably pales in ginger white comparison to the steroid era and everything that went on there. So please, Balls Deep Thought of the Day, I'm asking you, Major League Baseball, pull your heads out of your sphincters and just lift Pete Rose's lifetime ban. You don't need to induct him into the Hall of Fame when you do it. You can make him sweat another 5, 10, 20 years, whatever. But allow baseball fans and baseball history to remember and acknowledge what he did as a player. That's all any of us are asking, including Pete Rose. Well, Pete Rose is asking for money, too, because that's what Pete does. But that's besides the point, okay? So, where do you come down on Balls Deep Thought of the Day? Should Pete Rose lifetime ban from baseball continue to be upheld? Or are you one of the non-morons like me, and you realize that time served is enough here at this point? Let's just move on, okay? Enough. All right, let me know what you think. Tweet me at BDST Show or send me a message on the old Book of Faces. Simply search Scotty-Ball. Thanks for finding your way to the show this week, as hopefully you've been continuing to do here every week, despite WNLMradio.com being down and out for the time being. However, as I mentioned, we will still come to you every week. I'm a warrior. I'm a team player, and you can count on me. So one way or another, whether it's usual Wednesdays or like this week where it ended up being a Thursday, either way, we will be doing the show every week, and we will at the very least, be brought to you on YouTube, SoundCloud, and my personal favorite way to enjoy the show, the completely free Spreaker app. Just go to your app store or iStore and download it today and search Balls Deep Sports Talk. Start listening to your favorite sports talk show 24/7, 369. All right, that's it for me, your host with the almost, Scotty Ball. Thanks again for listening to Balls Deep Sports Talk. We'll come back to you next week. Approximate Balls Deep time, approximate Balls Deep channels. Till then, enjoy whatever sports you find, and I will talk to you next week. I'm out. Peace.